Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to some Maid of Sker. I was looking at my stats before I started recording there, and it turns out that I won't be getting any of those kinds of achievements, because there's one for not getting hit, taking 7 hits. There's one for not using the device, and even though we restarted immediately upon me getting hit, still count, or immediately upon me accidentally using it, still counted. Died once. I don't think there was one for no deaths. Well, I mean, there was one for not getting hit, so I mean... Okay. Is he doing something fucky? To appear like that? Should I be worried? Or not? Like, I honestly don't know. In Greek mythology, a siren is a creature half bird, half woman who lured sailors to destruction by the sweetness of her song. Sirens are not the same as mermaids, but have been mistaken as the same throughout the ages. It is believed that in medieval times, sirens stopped being depicted as bird-like to fish-like creatures due to a confused interpretation by writers and artists. This has led over centuries to the true visual image of siren evolving and being widely depicted as a mermaid, which in Greek legend is not the case. Sirens were actually first documented in Homer's Odyssey in the 8th century BC, and later writers specify that sirens possess wings or that they have the heads of beautiful women and bodies of birds. See, I thought that was weird, because everything that I knew about sirens was like half fish, right? Like they're mermaids, basically. They're evil mermaids, right? And then like a few things that I watched had sirens, and they had wings, and I'm like, but they're not. It's like why are they calling these things sirens? So it's very interesting that I don't think that's where the mattress is supposed to go to a bed usually. But yeah, I think it's kind of interesting that they apparently just repeat like they got screwed up. Okay, so there's the Medusa cylinder. All right, we have all 4 cylinders. We still need the last music sheet for the other ending. I have to assume that the last music sheet is behind one of those doors with the pirate key. Also, I keep calling it the pirate key, and it'll be really funny if that's what the name of it is, but I have a feeling it's probably not going to be called the pirate key, as much as I would love for it to be called that. So now what? Do we just go right back up to the attic? But I mean... Oh wait, I missed the door, didn't I? Yep, sure did. Because, I mean, we just saw the person I'm assuming is their father down here. Now, granted, he seemed to teleport, which leads me to believe that it was more a hallucination than actually seeing him, but, you know. Because I know that there's some kind of boss fight in this, too. And by boss fight, I imagine it's very similar to whatever the fuck the last thing was. Oh. Let's go save over here, shall we? We'll pop in here, we'll save, and then we'll go see if we can do something about the fire. I doubt it. But, I guess we would have to go back out through the, I think that's the garden, and all the way around. No, they wouldn't make you do that, would they? That would be such a dick move. I mean, clearly I can't go out that way, though. Oh my god, no. No. There's no way they wouldn't. There's no way that they would make you go all that way. Like, that is such a long fucking walk. And for the end of the game, to make you go through all of that again? Like, that's just... That would just be so fucking brutal. Like... he's there, but that's fine. To go around the other way anyway. To get back to there. But, like... No. I really hope not. I hope that, like, we go into one of these rooms on the way and then something happens to us, because I don't have... Because, yeah, like, I don't have any other... Like, I don't have any other clues as to where I need to go. I also would really like to know what the fuck keeps breaking and making this miss. Because I hear a glass breaking noise, and I thought these guys were throwing something. But now it's happened multiple times when one of those guys weren't even in the room. Because, like, when it happened the first time out in the garden, I thought I had seen one of them throw it. Here. I mean, I was really hoping that they weren't sending me through. I mean, maybe, because there is one more big room before we actually make it out to the garden. So hopefully, maybe we'll just get pulled into like another hallucination like that other one that we did. Where we had to keep following the sounds to the different light up things, like the different objects and that. Because I mean, there's only so much they can do for a boss fight, right? And I mean, the boss fight against their uncle was kind of dumb, especially since I ended up just standing there and taking the fucking hit because I didn't know how to keep them in the room. Well, the fact that that happened is good, because it obviously is something that didn't happen the first time, presumably. I guess it could have, but... A lot of dust in this room. That's never a good thing to see on the inside of a furnace door, right? Go through there, I can. Alright, and then out this way is the... Oh! Okay. I was gonna say, I really hope that they're not making... Because the garden, while not difficult, and obviously with the door at the end open, it shouldn't be bad. It is not something that I'd want to go through. I also have no idea now where I am. Oh, are we gonna get to see her dad? Dude, you don't look good. Although, didn't we see this happening out in the garden? Oh no, they kicked the dog. Dude, get out there, go save the dog. Well, I guess we're not saving the dog, even though it just saved our life. No map available. But we do immediately get a save room, so that's always nice. Alright, so that's not a good sign. I don't know where we're going here. Oh, I see. Very dark. It's very dark. Alright. Apparently this phonograph was the only thing in this section. A collectible in this no map area. Okay. And that was clearly a tripwire to get him to come over to me, but I assumed that it would be like, aha, now they're alerted and he must run, but I don't see anywhere to go. Like, I see plenty of places that I myself could go as a human who can, you know, step over stuff. But as video game character stuck to ground, I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. Because it almost seems like he's trying to keep me in that corner, but just go around then. Book it through here. Oh, apparently X brings up that menu. Right, X is your journal. Oh. Ugh. Always with the dead fucking bodies, man. Okay. Now where are we? We are back on the ground. Oh, we're way the fuck over here. Alright. Well, that's good, because that's somewhere we haven't been. Also, when I was looking at my stats here, So we were still missing 5 music dolls, 6 notes. It was 7 when I looked, and 1 phonograph. Now 1 phonograph is fine. We still have a few sections to look through, so that makes sense that we're missing at least one of those. The amount of notes we're missing, though, is quite a bit. And actually, come to think of it, we're on note 24. And on this map, the next one that we should be getting is number 26. Which leads me to believe that we missed one somewhere. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that we've missed it. It could just be that, like, we passed by it. And they're all still available. That's not usable right now. This seems to be some kind of weird contraption. Got multiple levers leading to it. Is this what they kept the siren in? Looks vaguely birdcage-like. Got a save point. Well, this is our last phonograph then.
I fear that it is impossible, that it cannot be done, at least not in time. I sit at these keys day after day, night after night, trying to compose some form of counterpoint, some form of countersong to the honeyed lament of that creature. And for what? Am I foolish to hope that this might work? That I can stop my father? One misstep, one false note on my part would be catastrophic. What such a mistake might unlock could be far worse than the siren's enchantments. But what choice do I have? I cannot turn my back on others, or allow him to succeed. Without some form of counter, all of us, and many more, will be lost. 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 Will be lost.
Okay, now I thought I heard somebody walking around, but... Oh. Dad's back.
Thomas, can you hear me? You must stay still when Father's not playing.
Does that mean I'm not allowed to use left stick? Like, can I still look around? Okay. Okay, so I need to get to these things when he's playing, and then activate them when he isn't. Does where he is when the song... Like... Okay, it's another one of those where I have to activate them all. To activate it, go push a button, activate it, push a button. Very annoying things. Apparently I got too close to that. Don't breathe. Hold your breath more than 50 times. Alright. That's one. Should be fine. The smoke's over there. And that's two. I mean, so what happens if he gets too close to me? Because, like, there's nothing really that would stop me from being... Like, there's nothing that would stop me from being somewhere he walks, right? Like, do they have it programmed where he won't teleport where you are, maybe? That's fine, because this is second last one. Last one's over there. Oh, he's in that room. Okay. I love how obviously that would require movement, but again, I'm assuming that I just can't move my feet. No, okay. Just making sure there wasn't like another hidden one somewhere. Good to know that the final boss is a game of red light, green light. Okay, come on. Sure. Did I win?
Thomas, my love, come to me. I'm waiting for you by the Grand Hall.
Oh, it's a crown, not a pirate. Okay. You say so. Oh, I didn't even notice that the door was locked. Okay, well, obviously the first thing we gotta do is fucking get in here and save so that we don't have to do that nonsense again. Okay. Now, it would be absolutely glorious if that happening meant there was no more enemies. Somehow I doubt that. I also don't like how this wall is broken in. But, you know, I can see, I think, a doll up ahead, yeah. There's one of the 5 we're missing. Oh, were we? Oh, yeah. We did see this before. Everything is set for tonight's rehearsal. The cylinders and the Grand Harmonium are prepared and ready for the experiment. I've made it mandatory that all the staff have to convene in the Grand Hall. Test subjects on this scale are hard to come by. With confidence, the cylinders should produce the desired effect upon the test subjects and my brother. Abraham assures me that my daughter Elizabeth is attending and will perform the song as her mother did before her. Okay. Do I risk running? I honestly don't know. Because, I mean, in theory it should be fine. Because all the guys we know... Oh, there's another music doll, but it's behind the fence. That's fine. Oh, it's the big guy with no shirt. Made it all the way up. Weren't you on the first floor? Right? I think. Hey, we finally made it into this room, though. Door locked, and we got... What is this? A crude drawing. What have I done? Must have been, yeah. Okay, and then we can unlock that door. And more importantly, this thing. It's great. That's where the doll is, yeah. Good. So there's another doll. We actually can't even open up that crate. It looks like there is a couple more, including one in a safe room, which is always nice. Okay, so we still have one more music sheet to get the good ending. Assuming it's the good ending, it would make more sense with everything we know. So it's got to be in one of the things locked by the crown key. That's right, crown. And then we need to get back up to the attic. So I guess we'll go... Why is there a question mark back there now? Like, what is the question mark way back by the elevator? That doesn't really make sense if there's one there, does it? Oh. Doors are blocked off. Apparently. But that's fine because the vent isn't. But yeah, they blocked off the door leading to this side. So that's interesting. I also don't see any of the enemies there. So... Oh, I did hear somebody, so somebody must have heard that. There must be some out there. Alright, may as well just take the hallway at the moment. No reason to think that going through the room would be better. Okay. Not hearing anything. See, once again, I kind of want to sprint right now. Just to speed it up, but... I don't know that there isn't something else, right? Well, there is a big guy here. That's fine, I know where the key goes. Oh, hello. This our last music sheet? Yeah, so you must be Arthur Morris. Then. Okay, I don't see anything here. Where do you think this goes? I mean, we're about to find out. It should go down, I guess, to the basement, but... Oh, there's no map available here either. Can I... Okay, but I can return this way. Okay. Well, oh, right. I was going to say, well, I didn't see any enemies along my way here, but right, there's an enemy right here. Okay, so I don't know... Like, there was that button there and everything. I want to save it now that we got all 4 things for both endings. Now that's locked for some reason, which is still very, very weird to me. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anybody here now. Talk to Elizabeth at the... Oh! At the Grand Harmonium. She must be up there then. This must be... Okay, so that's why... So that's why this place is cleared right now. Okay. First floor, is there any doors that we haven't been into? No. Second floor. Yes, I knew that one. In the attic, yes. So we need to go back to the second floor. Okay. So we need to go all the way out and then around to that room. Not hearing thumpy pants. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean he's not around. It could just be that he's that far away from me right now, but... Another doll. Doorway to hidden room. Visit every location and room. Okay. Statue slides away from the entrance. Crown key. Okay. So that's how you get all of the... Ending on a high note. Play all musical instruments. Yay! That was all the musical instruments. Alright. So now, like I said, I do want to go back up to the attic. Because we're still missing 3 notes and 1 doll. So I don't know about about 3 notes. But since we never got to actually explore the last room of the attic, there could very well be multiple notes in there, since that is where Elizabeth was hiding, right? Now, other than that, even then, I doubt that there will be multiple notes in there, but there could be a note and a doll, which would leave us just 2 notes to find. Unfortunately, I don't know of a way to find them. Because, I mean, well, actually, no, I do. Because this thing that I have with the maps for the different floors, it does have a walkthrough underneath it that would probably give me what I needed. Oh. I hear thumpy pants. Oh, I'm running straight towards an arm. Sorry. Okay, I'm just going to assume that I was just spotted. I also don't know why I did that. What? Oh. Okay. This way. Keep going. And then last time he didn't follow me into the attic, so I'm going to trust that he still isn't going to. Obviously, I have no reason to think that, other than, please God, don't let him, but, I mean, alright. So this is where we were. Presumably this is, yeah, so this is where she was calling me from. And then this is where we got kicked out of. There's the doll, which is all the dolls. Yay. Oh my. The song is Power, I Want It, All Must Obey. Alright, well, if you weren't sure whether or not she was evil beforehand, surprise. Alright, so I need to find the notes that I'm missing. Now, obviously, we've been in every room because we got that achievement. Okay, so we found all the dolls. We're missing the notes. Got all the gramophones. We rang all those. Okay, so we actually got all the exploration ones. Elizabeth's letter, note number 1. Obviously, we start with that one. Note number 2, Isaac's grand reopening note. Okay. William's family Bible. Yeah. Isaac's ledger, deaths and disappearances. Mysterious note. Jebediah's cult letter. HMS Providence. Ritual notes. Plans. Morning Herald newspaper. Audio visual notes. Ooh, here's the one we missed. Okay. I think I know where this one is. This one's back on the first floor, unfortunately. Also, unfortunately, the stairs are the only way down as far as I'm aware. And there is no way that Dickhead is not there. I mean, he's a big dude, right? Like, there's a good chance that he one-shots you. Okay, so he can't come into this room. But he's also got his little dickhead there. And we don't have another way out. I mean, it's not like I can push past him. There's no other exit from the attic. I mean, the thing is if they get away, I can, if they both move away from the door, I should be able to get out of here. Don't care, taking the hits and running. Do I just... You know what? Fuck it, I'm just going for it. Not even... There you go. Yeah, cough all you want. Alright. Ground floor, I do believe. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not going for all the achievements in this. Because getting through it without getting hit... Although I guess if you're not going to collect everything, like, all you would need to do is get all of the cylinders, right? Like, you wouldn't need to go back and get all the rest of the stuff. Like, you wouldn't need to worry about finding any of the extra stuff. I mean, you're led to all the cylinders fairly easily. Okay, now if I'm not wrong... God, did it really... Did he just, like, not drink the last one, or did it... I had 3. Yeah, he just must not have drank it. Okay, so it seems like I'm missing one out of here. Hang on, let me find... I guess it could be anywhere in this room. It doesn't have to be there, right? There you go, Isaac's audio-visual notes. The latest tests with the cylinder show significant signs of progress. Subject 4 shows greatly increased suggestibility and compliance after repeated sessions in the chair. The combination of both audio stimulus and visual suggestion proves to be working, but how to replicate the same effects on a larger scale to mass audiences? But on who? The staff? Okay, right, access my journal, notes. So that should have been journal, Jebediah's journal. Oh, is this like, it is. All right, so it's in order what we got them. Okay, so then Isaac's journal we got, Jebediah's journal we got, Isaac's reprimand of Abraham, the siren in Greek myth, Prudence's letter to Elizabeth, yeah, Elizabeth's lyrics for countersong, Elizabeth's countersong plan, Thomas's letter to Elizabeth, whoops, article of a tragic loss, okay, got him a little bit out of order, but got it, Elizabeth's diary entry number 1, number 2, what? Oh, Elizabeth diary entry number 3. This one is just labeled mythology. Okay. Isaac's blueprint notes, which we actually passed. Diary entry number 4. Oh, we missed Elizabeth's diary entry number 4. Oh, fuck. Alright. That's way, way back, way over there, but that's fine, because we shouldn't need to worry about enemies, right? I don't think so. Along the way. I forgot, there was a note in the room where we fought her dad. And, it wasn't there while he was there, and then I forgot to check again afterwards. And this is our last thing, right? Yes, okay. So that's not too bad. I wish that I hadn't missed, or I wish that we didn't have to go back to the attic, or that there was a different way to get out of the attic, considering that, once again, he knows where you are. Like, there's no way to hide from him. So the fact that you have to go into that room, he's guaranteed to be with you. And because he's guaranteed to know where you are, he's guaranteed to be right there at the bottom of the stairs as soon as you go to leave the attic. And considering that it's the interaction in the attic that makes you lose your little weapon thingamabobber, it's it's really dumb that happens, because obviously there's no way to get him away from, I don't even know that would get him away from the door, honestly. Somewhere in here. Here. Leave the room and find the note on the left. Oh, there it is. I thought seeing that creature in the flesh did not affect me, but now I fear I am following the same path as my mother. The song sent her mad. I feel like I am losing control of my thoughts, and I will no longer be in control of my own mind. My hopes to stop this dreaded curse now lie with my beloved Thomas. I pray he can create what I have asked of him. Alright. So there we go. They give you everything you need to know that you need the 4 music pages and not the 4 cylinders to get the good ending. Okay, that way should be fine because that's a save room as well. This way, this way. Oh. Up. Here and here. Save. And I can lead this way. This is the right way, right? Yeah. Alright, so now we get to do both endings. We'll do the good ending first. Because why not? I mean... Because I do believe...
Who's there?
Yeah.
Thomas?
Yes, it is I.
Thomas! My love! You're safe. I had to flee the attic. I've been hiding from them ever since. But we must hurry. Do you have the cylinders?
Okay, so I can either do the cylinders or I can play the song myself, I guess. You know what? Fuck it. Let's give her the cylinders. I will play the counter song. I haven't finished finding them. Oh, I see. It's just talking to her. All right. Okay. Just for peace of mind, I want to double check that you can get both endings, because if we can only do one, I'd like to do the good ending, obviously. By reloading the last save after the credits. All right, good. Let's do the bad ending first. Then we'll end on a good note.
Time. Quickly, give them to me.
Yeah, she definitely looks deranged.
There will be a place for you.
See, even if he trusted her up to that point, first of all, I only handed her 1 and she somehow has 4. But like with what she just said and that look she gave, well, why are you setting her on fire and killing her? That's not very nice.
Kill it for me. and discord came new order, through the iron will necessary to impose it. A new song was born from the darkness, and together they ruled the new dawn.
Well, I gotta say, I didn't like that game, or I didn't like that ending very much. I mean, to be fair, it was the bad ending. I mean, I don't think you're really particularly supposed to like it. But I really didn't like that ending. So let's hope that we get to see the other one, especially since I skipped the credits. So if we continue, it should put us right back where we were, and we just got to roll up and then play the counter song ourselves. Or just play the counter song, since, you know, ourselves would suggest that she played that, which she didn't. She obviously just played her own song. And then I guess because it worked, they killed the siren because they didn't need her anymore, but I don't know. Because you have, like, I don't know. Because, like, I think the siren song is supposed to, like, basically enslave whoever hears it to the siren, right? But I guess because they were playing the song
Thomas.
mechanically, there was no siren to sing it or singing it, so they just got
Thomas,
enslaved
my love,
to nothing, like to madness, which is why they went mad, because they were enslaved to
I've been
nothing.
hiding from them ever since. But we must hurry. Do you have the cylinders?
I do, but you're not getting them, bitch. All right. No, I don't trust you. I'll play the counter song.
We shall end all this madness and disharmony and gain control of the siren song for ourselves. Bring order to them. What are you doing? No! Thomas, you don't understand. We must...
How is it still playing?
Thomas? What am I doing? The counter song, yes. We need to end this. End all this misery and suffering. To free this thing and my family from this curse. In the light, new harmony was found. Old chains were broken, and in the aftermath of the song's end, a new one began.
All right. Well, I like that ending better, but I feel like the bad ending was really bad and the good ending was like, alright, you know? Oh, that's really loud. Um, Overall, I would say it's a good game. I would still recommend playing it on safe mode to eliminate the enemies. Because I really didn't feel like they added anything. I feel like it would have been better without them. They weren't horrible, as you saw. And even though I tried to do the thing where I didn't use the thing, where I didn't use the zappy thing, whatever it was. Obviously, I may as well have because I fucked it up anyway, but I didn't realize that. Um, I would recommend anybody who's interested in it to play it. I mean, it was free with gold quite a while ago, but I can't imagine like horror games generally don't stay very. They don't usually start very expensive to begin with, and then they usually go on sale a lot, and their price drops generally pretty rapidly. Um, but yeah, like the exploration in that was good. Like for a horror game, that was great exploration. There was only a couple of sections that didn't have a map, and they weren't very long sections. Uh, and while there was collectibles in those sections, I don't think that there was many that you could miss, uh, based on where they were. The fact that you could explore the whole place all the way through to the end, like I said, there was a couple sections I don't think you could go back to, but I also don't think that it was something that you need to worry about. I am kind of curious now, though, because when we went through that other section in the back of the thing and we went down the ladder to get the last doll, there was like that button there that I think we could have pressed, and I didn't because I wasn't sure whether or not that would somehow take me closer to the end of the game. The fact that it was supernatural with the siren, that was, I mean, it was good. It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was one of those things where it's like, whatever, right? Uh, I don't understand the bad ending. I get that the cylinders and her singing led to, because like I said, the point of the siren is that you're then enslaved to the siren whose song you hear, right? Like you're trying everything in your power. Now, in the Odyssey, he wanted to hear the siren song and he tied himself to the mast. Oh, there's after credit scene for this one. I wonder if there was one for the other ending. Oh, and her dog isn't dead. Weird, because I heard it get the absolute shit kicked out of it. Um, because yeah, you're enslaved to the siren. So I'm guessing that because they used the song on the cylinders and there wasn't a physical thing singing it to become enslaved to, they became enslaved to the song itself, I guess. But at the same time, that doesn't make sense because then the whole point of them doing their shit would be to propagate the song, which obviously they did. Uh, but yeah, I don't. And it seemed like it affected Elizabeth, but slower than the rest. Like it seems like the rest of them, like a switch flipped in their brain. Whereas with Elizabeth, based on her diary entries, she went crazy slower, and for some reason, they were still after her. Now, there's no reason to think that she hadn't been taken by the song when we first arrived and started talking to her, because she immediately told us that we needed to find the cylinders, um, which obviously is for the bad ending. So that doesn't really make much sense. Now, one thing that I would have liked is because obviously they made the cylinders there at some point, and the fact that you had the music sheets, right? I would have preferred it if you had the music sheets and you changed the cylinders before you, and like you had the option at some point to change the song that the cylinders played to the counter songs so that you still gave her the cylinders at the end, because obviously you put the music sheets on the piano, you start playing it, she pulls you away rather quickly. Not only do you put the sheets up there in a way that you can barely see any of the music, notes. She pulls you away almost immediately, but the song keeps playing, and it was just like a very like immersion breaking moment, you know. Like with the cylinders, you put the cylinders in, they play the song. So it would have made more sense to have to collect the sheet music in order to attach it to the cylinders, right? Um, so that's a little bit of a thing there at the end. I don't know why being enslaved to the song would make her want to kill the harpy, not the harpy, the siren. Sorry, bird woman. You know, like that doesn't really make much sense to me either, unless they were worried that if like since their song worked, that the siren song would somehow be able to counter it as well. But that doesn't. I don't. The bad ending doesn't make sense. Let me just put that. It feels like it's just a bad ending and they did stuff just for the sake of it being bad, you know? Where it's like, aha, Elizabeth was evil, she was tricking you, now you're trapped, now you're part of the cult, and we're gonna set the siren on fire and kill her. We're gonna set the siren on fire, stab her, and then have you shoot her with a harpoon. One thing also that would have been nice is, especially for people who did both endings, is if the cave she was in was the same both times. Because it really, like, obviously, like the harpoon that you got her with, because you didn't lower the cage. The lower the cage was way further in, and then you had the harpoon thing to shoot her in the bad ending, and then when you went down in the good ending, the thing to lower the cage or drop the cage for some reason was like right next to the elevator down, and there was no harpoon gun, which doesn't make any sense because obviously that would have been something that would have been set up beforehand. Um, I did like how they gave you the clues to know to use the music instead of the cylinders. How they gave it to you through just like the notes in that. Like if you took the time to find the notes. Um, like I said, by the end of it, if you found the notes, it's very obvious. As soon as you give Elizabeth the the cylinders, it's very obvious that she turns evil like immediately. It's not so obvious as to why you do nothing when she very clearly is doing something bad, but you do nothing to stop her. Um, and yeah, like I said, as for the enemies, the only thing I really didn't like was her uncle chasing you, because it was like because like the whole point is that they're supposed to be attracted by sound, right? So as long as you're quiet, they can't find you. But then when it came to her uncle, he just always knew where you were, no matter what, and came straight for you. So when you ended up in a location like I did a couple times there with one exit, you were stuck just staring at him, and it's like, well, I can't leave. You can't come in here to kill me. I can't leave with you standing there. So I mean, in the elevator it was easy enough. You just went to a different floor and then came back. But then like when you went up to the, like I said, when I went up to the attic the second time to get the collectibles that were up there, that you have zero chance of getting beforehand. Like you cannot get those on your first trip up there. You have to go back up there after. And then he's just there. He's just at the basement because you have no reason. Like you just have no reason for that. But yeah, overall, I would say it was a very good game. I would recommend playing it. Like I said, I would recommend playing it on safe mode so there was no enemies. I am very curious and may very well play through it once more on easy or on safe mode so that there's no enemies just to see how a couple of the things play out. Um, bump into furniture 250 times. Use all phonic modulator charges. Secret achievement. Secret achievement. Complete the game on hard, saving one time or less. Don't get hit by the enemies. That one you can't do on safe mode, obviously. And then there's a bunch of challenges that I have no intention of doing because they're graded. It's the same way. It's one of the reasons why I never finished or why I never got all of the achievements in more than 150 headshots. Okay, so apparently Finish any challenge with less than 10 kills. Apparently, there's some combat in there. I mean, hang on. There was nothing I could pick up for a weapon in the main game, was there? Besides the phonic modulator. Okay, yeah, it was one of the. Yeah, it was first person shooter mode. So they basically. Yeah, just shoot your way through. So yeah, the challenge modes apparently added weapons to get in that. Um, but yeah, it's unfortunate that I only got 500 gamer score for finishing the game, especially considering 200 of that was just one, like for each end, for both endings. I don't know what these secret achievements are. I know there's one for not getting hit throughout the game. Saving one time, don't get hit by enemies. Yeah, that's 100. Complete the game saving one time or less. Obviously, you could do that one rather quickly. I don't know what the what hard would be in comparison to easy and normal. I'm just assuming that you take less hits. But anyway, that'll be it for Maid of Sker. I don't think that I currently have any other horror games. No, I don't have any other horror games on here. So I don't know what'll be taking the place for Sunday. I do have some random, just like little games that I could potentially play. I thought about doing Relicta, however you want to pronounce it, because it looked like it might have like some kind of horror elements in it. It's a sci-fi puzzle game, and I don't know. I've played a little bit of it. I've made it actually through quite a bit of it. Well, I think quite a bit of it, maybe half of it. Uh, so I don't think that it would be great for videos. It wouldn't be bad for videos, but there's a lot of the puzzles already that I've had to just sit there and stare at and be like, what am I doing wrong? Um, so yeah, I don't know. I'll have to go through my games, I guess, and see if there's so this might be our last spooky Sunday, and we might just end up playing something else for Sundays, but I'm not sure what that something else will be at this point, because I mean I have obviously lots of games I could play. I wish the second one, these Home Sweet Home games came out. Because obviously I have a lot of games here, but once again, I prefer, if I'm only going to be doing one video a week in them, I would much prefer them to be shorter games. I guess I could do Murdered Soul Suspect. It's ghosts. It's not very spooky, but I mean, I also don't think it's a very long game, so I mean, we could do that one potentially. Uh, and I have been wanting to do videos in it just because it's a good game, and I kind of want to replay it. We could do Sherlock Holmes maybe. They're not, well, I don't know how long they are. I mean, the other Sherlock Holmes game I played was, it wasn't super long, but it also wasn't. So maybe that's what I'll throw it up there. And we'll either do, maybe we'll do Murder Soul Suspect, I think, actually. So we'll do that one starting next week. Because it's pretty much the only thing even close to horror that I have left that I haven't played. And then yeah, I'll just have to, maybe I'll just go take a look and see what kind of horror games they have for sale. Because unless they have another horror game that I don't remember downloading, I mean, there's this Call of Cthulhu one. I don't know if that it's a horror game though. Private investigator looking into tragic death of the Hawkins family. I mean, let's see. That one maybe would be good. So fuck it, I'll download that one too. That might be a spooky game, I don't know. But there we go, we got at least 2 more to go then. Gone Home isn't a spooky game. It looks like it would be a horror game, but it's definitely not. It's an interesting game, but it's not a horror game at all. But yeah, that'll be it for this part then. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next week for some Murdered Soul Suspect.